Thank you, Chairperson Taniguchi, and commissioners. Way to handle that piece of the program. It's also my privilege to introduce someone who is very special to us, and I know she's had introductions, but I thought just for the benefit of those that don't know, this is the Dee Hardison Sports Center, and again, we're very privileged to have Dee here today. So thank you, Dee, for coming. In addition, I want to introduce our city manager, Leroy Jackson, our assistant city manager, Mary Giordano. Mary, thank you for attending. The architect for this project, Mr. Dean Reuter, and his wife, Susan. Dean, I don't know if Jim made it or not, but the construction company, Mr. Jim Leonard, I think he was on his way. He said he'd be making it. And then another person who is essential to the success of this project was Mr. Ray Frew. He's out of town, but Miss Bonnie Anderson stepped up to the plate and pinch hit for Ray and made sure that this wall was completed in time. And Bonnie, thank you so much for your time and effort. Bonnie Anderson. Well, as the Community Services Department motto is creating and enriching the community through people, programs, and partnerships. And in that spirit, this program this afternoon is all about the City of Torrance youth athletes. Those who've enriched our community by achieving a significant sports accomplishment on a state, national, and internationally sanctioned level. The individuals in this wall were not just here just because they won a tournament or two. These people, these teams, these youth stepped up and achieved something very spectacular. And that's why they're being honored on this wall. It's now my privilege to introduce the teams that are being recognized today. So hold your applause. I'm going to read off the 4 teams. You're not coming up yet, so hold on. You're getting them all excited about their speeches. I'm just going to introduce you today. So we have, I think we might have some of the audience, but the 2006 Babe Ruth Baseball 13 to 15-year-olds World Series champions managed by Coach Robert Ybarra. Round of applause. Let's give it to him. I break my own rules. We also have the 2008 Interscholastic Surfing Federation State Champions South High School Girls Surfing Team managed by Coach Lee MacArthur. We have the 2008 AYSO National Champions West Torrance Warriors U14 Girls Soccer Team coached by Mark Rhodes. And finally, we have the 2008 Babe Ruth Baseball 13 to 15-year-old World Series Champions managed by Coach Robert Grajeda. I want to personally thank each of the team members who are present with us this afternoon. I realize this project has been a dream for many years, and now we are here to dedicate and celebrate our very first inductees onto the City of Torrance Youth Sports Wall of Honor here at the Dee Hardison Center. Our first inductee this afternoon to be recognized is the Babe Ruth Baseball All-Star Team for winning the 2006 Babe Ruth 13 to 15 World Series in Clifton Park, New York. Please provide a round of applause for Coach Robert Ybarra as he shares some brief comments. There's certainly no pressure, so come on, Robert. I know you've been prepping this for how many years? There we go.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to the City Council and the Mayor, Frank Scotto, and everybody that make this happen for the kids. It's all for the youth. This is exciting for my team and the kids, the family, and for myself. It's hard work, you know, coaching and battling with kids and the 15-year-olds, they're wild, having fun, and so that's the good thing. You gotta let them have fun and just be with them and guide with them. And it was a long trip to New York, and it was exciting. I thank the parents in New York for helping us out. It was a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. I was fortunately being a manager, and my coach here, Nader Fache, it's awesome. So I've been surrounded by great kids and family members in Torrance Babe Ruth. It takes a lot of, the family makes it happen. The parents makes everything happen here, and the kids just got to go out and play. So I've just been lucky, and thank you again for to being honored, and it's a great feeling. Thank you. And I want to introduce my coach, Nader Fache.
Good afternoon, folks. I just want to mention or add, Robert asked me to add that there are 3 players on that Babe Ruth team that are still playing ball, and he wanted me to bring bring them to your attention. First of all, thank you for this event. It's really wonderful. The kids will forever ever be able to see it, and it's really neat for all of us. And thanks for Bobby Grajeda, the commissioner, for making this possible, picking us as coaches, because we did something right or got lucky or somehow. Anyhow, first of all, the 3 players that are still playing are Jordan Fachet, Jared, DeCastro, and Jason Wheeler. Jordan is my son, and he's pitching up in Monterey. He's made the team. He just informed me, and he's in the running for a starting spot, so he's doing really well. And after a couple of knee surgeries, I guess we're blessed as parents, first of all, but also the fact that, you know, when you're in love with the sport, you keep battling. The second player still playing is Jared DeCastro. He's playing for Monterey, Cal State Monterey Bay, which is a D2 school, and he's in his 4th year, and I see him play quite a bit because I see my son play, and he actually made All-League last year, first team, West Coast Athletic Association honored, so it's significant. Hopefully he goes on. And our third player is Jason Wheeler, who is quite significant. If you remember him, he's a 6'6" lefty and had a real nasty curveball. And he played 3 years at Loyola Marymount on a full 100% scholarship. I believe he's going to go back to finish his 4th year to get his degree. Really smart young man. Got drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 8th round, and right now he'll be playing ball come February when all the other baseball players start playing ball. So he's the most advanced and most talented player of everybody. But still, all a bunch of great kids. Those 3 are still at it. And Jason Wheeler has an older brother who's not part of our team, Ryan Wheeler, who's playing with the Diamondbacks. So the Wheeler family has 2 draftees in the Major League Baseball. Anyhow, thank you folks again.
Come up for your picture with the boys. Do you do it in front here? Come on, boys, up here.
Okay. Boys, I like that.
Congratulations. I'll be bouncing you out of your chair 3 more times. All right, thank you, Coach Ibarra. That was great. Our next inductee this afternoon to be recognized is the South High School girls surfing team for winning the 2008 Interscholastic Surfing Federation State Championship in Oceanside, California. Please provide a round of applause for Coach Lee MacArthur as he shares some comments. Lee? I know you're not foreign to the microphone, so you'll do fine.
All right. Thank you very much. First off, on behalf of the Torrance Unified School District, South Torrance High School, and Principal Scott McDowell, we'd like to thank you all for this honor. He couldn't be here today because he had a prior commitment. I want to extend a thank you to you, Mayor Scotto, and all the council folks and the Recreation Commission folks that I know put this together. I know it's no small undertaking. I know John's had a huge hand in this, so thank you very much. And I'd like to give you guys a round of applause. So thank you for making this all happen. I think I've lived in Torrance for 55 years now, which kind of dates me. Oh, by the way, Lisa, fill out your tardy slip because you were late. I've lived here for 55 years, and I think really what really separates the city of Torrance and elevates the city of Torrance are events like this, and your willingness to step up and do things like this and take your Sunday to be here for these kids. I think that makes a huge difference in the community and the area that we live, and that's why we're such a sought-after city for people to either work here or live here. So thank you very much for that. The ISF stands for the Interscholastic Surfing Federation. For those that don't know, the South Bay Surf League is actually what we participate in. 11 local area high schools are actually involved in that, and this year we had over 600 kids in the program. So it is quite large. It pales by comparison to the teams down south. San Clemente, the year that we won it, had 200 kids on their surf team. It's the biggest program of any of their programs, bigger than their football teams or anything else. So it is really it's a big sport, but it's not widely well known. When we went to first off, you have to qualify by finishing in the top 2 in your league, which we did in '07. And when we went down there in '07, the girls actually finished 9th. And we learned a lot. And as we were leaving, the director said to me, because there were 34 schools there, she said, you know, we're not really sure where Torrance is. And I said, well, it's kind of up, and I told her. So when we went back there in '08 and won the trophy, she says, we sure as heck know where it is now. And so, you know, that was really much a credit to the girls. It was a big day. For those of you that are interested in joining us, we meet at 6 a.m. The water's usually about in the 50s. We paddle out about a quarter mile. And then if you want to get a little taste of it, we'll take you up on the roof after this. And it's like jumping off the roof and doing as many antics as you can on the way to the bottom. That's surfing in a nutshell. These young ladies have gone on to great things. Natalie is currently on the Pro Tour and just came back, recently returned from France. The other 2 are continuing their education and getting their degrees. Surfing is a sport that goes on forever, so it's wonderful that they attained this incredible level. There are just a few things that make the difference, but the final score between Carlsbad and us was 11-10 in the final meet, so it was that close. But again, I just want to thank each and every one of you. This is a great honor. I know that I told Natalie one time that when she was thinking about whether she was going to go to the USSSA or whether she was going to stay there and finish this, I said, someday when you're 60 years old and you're a grandmother, you'll be bouncing a grandbaby on your knee saying, Grandma was a state champion. So congratulations, girls. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Team members, come on up for a photo. Right here. Right here in front. Oh, that. This camera. Thank you, Coach. Nice job. Our next inductee this afternoon will be recognized as the West Torrance Warriors U14 girls soccer team for winning the 2008 AYSO National Championship in Honolulu, Hawaii. Please provide a round of applause for Coach Mark Rhodes as he shares some brief comments.
First of all, I would like to introduce my assistant, Paul Clark. Believe me, I could not have done it without him. Easy to say things like that, but it's really the truth. I don't really have a lot that I have to say other than I can't believe that the turnout that we got. I mean, it's just what made this team so special was the amount of participation every single parent, every single player put into this, and I'm overwhelmed to see how many people actually showed up for this. This is amazing. I've really made some good friends out of this. Some of my best friends, I can call them now, from just the participation from this special team that we had. I want to thank Mayor Scotto and John. You've been awesome. I mean, you've been just phenomenal about this whole process, and frankly, I'm a little overwhelmed, and I would just, it's really nice to see all you people again.
I think I speak for all the team members and how great Mark Rhodes has been in pulling the girls together. And with any sport with 14, 15-year-olds, you know how difficult that can be. I think that the best thing that we get out of the sports programs is, as Mark mentioned, lifetime friendships. And it pulls the community together, and it not only the girls or the players and the teams, but also the families. And so I, too, am very grateful for the friendships that we've been able to forge, and they'll last a long time. So thank you very much.